It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
Hello, I'm Sarah.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Doubtfire.
Help is on the way, dear.
Help is on the way, dear. Oh, no, don't go.
No, please don't leave.
They're
we
leaving.
won't do that for the rest of the time, I promise.
Okay, so full disclosure, we recorded our best bourbon of 2019
Before
episode. Before dinner. So we are about 25 minutes removed.
Maybe a little more. Maybe like 30 minutes removed, yeah.
30 minutes removed from a flight of 4 exceptional whiskeys.
Exceptional.
No more about that. No more.
You get nothing.
You get nothing. Don't you even try.
Don't tell them to go.
No, but the movie. It was on TV the other day. Fifth Element. Thanks. Fifth Element.
I would never have picked
Chris
that up.
Tucker.
No. Oh, but that's good. I like that. Yeah, so that's where we're sitting at right now. We're sipping on the winner of the best of 2019, but we shan't tell you what it is.
We shan't do it.
I realized, Chad, as you were
wow.
sitting down, that the cowbell and the triangle.
Well, I'm gonna have to stand
over there.
up. Can we get this any closer?
I suppose.
Bring it on in. Bring it on in.
How's that?
That's good.
That's in.
That's good.
Okay, cool. First, let's say happy birthday to Wheels. He had a
Hey,
birthday
happy
yesterday.
birthday, Wheels.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Ding. Halton said, shan't you? No, you will have to wait.
Yeah. I forgot to put it in a different frame rate, so it may be a little funky. But, sorry.
Like what kind of funky, Chad?
Just like a little trail, maybe.
Oh.
I normally change the frame rate for live than what we record in. And since it was rush, bring equipment, set up, all that jazz, details were missed. But look, this is what the episode is about. It is about, what did I say? It's about the things that we were excited about.
Things that surprised us.
And the things we're disappointed about.
In 2019.
Wow, it's like we rehearsed that.
It is like we rehearsed it, except for that we didn't. And we will put a pinned comment down below sometime after the show.
We'll put a pin in it.
Depending on how Chaz and Sarah with an HE we get, will depend on when that pinned comment gets posted. You know the drill.
You know the drill.
So, yeah, we'll put a pinned comment with everything that we talk about at some point in the next 24 to 36 hours. Your hand is totally in front of my face.
Sorry.
Those are my glasses, and you're just all up in my business.
I'm just
Okay.
making a good frame, that's all.
So, good job on your framing. Wonderful.
Thank you. Hi. How is everyone? Who's in the house?
So we don't have any sample shoutouts or any what's news today.
Actually, we do. We never did boop and boop.
I don't know what you're booping.
Boop.
I still don't know what you're pointing at, so
and boop.
you're going to have to do it on your own.
Okay, I'm just going to go.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Christmas.
That's kind of a what's new, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't said it on here, so.
Okay. Well, Chad's gone, so you all know what that means. You got a drink. Wow, this best of 2019 is really delicious. Don't you wish that you knew what it was?
If only there were an episode.
If only there were an episode that was going to come out that would tell you. Wouldn't that be fun? You're blocking my backlight.
Sorry.
Thank you for those things. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that. So I don't even know what you're talking about. And there it goes.
Well, I guess this could be what's new. It is new.
It is new.
Yeah.
I so want to give you guys a clue as to what won. But I can only think of...
No clues.
No clues.
0 clues. We need them ratings, Sarah. Tune in Friday.
Okay.
Need them ratings.
Okay. They're going to tune in anyways.
Yeah.
Don't tell Chad, but I like his hat. Is that because you gave it to him? It probably is.
Well, this should be for the first super chat.
Oh, okay. The first super chat was from JG. Wild Turkey 101, cheers. Looking forward to you getting back to Bourbon Rye and American Whiskey.
Us too.
Hear you on that.
Cheers. Thank you.
I almost said cheers, old sport. And I'm out. Well, I have one sip left.
JG, do you ever get called JG Wentworth 877 cash now?
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Joseph Brazo says, "Don't tell Chad."
But I like his hat, and that's what I already read, and you never listen. So that's where we're at right now.
Joseph.
I have nothing to cheers you with. Let's start with a surprise. Oh, I'm ready for this one. Rebel Yell 100.
No, we can't shut up about it.
Huge surprise. I never thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something that's this low of a price at this proof. It's just
forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
It was really impressive. I just put a little in there.
Now, we can tell you. We can talk a little bit about the methodology. Now, this is the third year that we've done our best bourbon of the year. And we did it just like the other last 2 years. But, you know, through 2019, as we were uncorking things, we were like, man, this has got that something special. Let's remember this for our 2019.
This is for Jeffrey. Did all the whiskey win?
We won because of all the whiskey.
That's right. But
we would say, man, we got to remember this for 2019 contention. So those made it in. Then, you know, website came out with their best bourbon of 2019. This, you know, podcast or this YouTube channel or this or that brought some to our attention. So then we put those in. But besides that, it had to be something that was released in 2019. So it couldn't be a bottle of Buffalo Trace we bought in 2019 because that doesn't have a yearly release. So that's what we're looking at. That's how we keep it trimmed down. I know some people trim it down by not having any limited editions, all things that are readily available. But even that's tough because some things that are readily available in one state are not in another.
Yeah, that's a hard definition. We just like picked the things that we love the most that we were able to get our hands on.
877 cash now.
877 cash now.
877 cash
J.G.
now.
Wentworth.
877 cash now.
All right, that's none of that.
He's not paying us for that.
What? Jason's here, Mash and Drum. What up? We just did our best of 2019. Surprise.
Elder says, I want a frickin' Bell Dickel Select Biggest Disappointment. Well, we can speak to that. So we had the Dickel 13 or 12? 12 year that people were like, oh, you know, it's so good. It's bottled and bond 12, I think, right?
Yeah,
12
I think
year.
it was 12.
And then we did it on a live a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Mm-hmm. And I do hear that it opens up well.
But
it wasn't even near.
No.
So we scratched that one off the list. Didn't even put it in contention.
Yeah. We were like, oh, everyone says we should put this on our list. So then we were like tasting it and we're like, you know, it's just really not for us in the same like league as these other ones. So yeah. I don't want to shame it.
Yeah. But this little guy.
And then there were things that we just couldn't get our hands on. Like this year we were not able to get a bottle of like William LaRue Weller or any other BTAC other than George Cheestack, which is, again, having one is already like a miracle.
Yeah. Shout out to Swan for getting us our one.
Thank you, Swan.
Our 105.
But yeah, so people will be like, well, William LaRue Weller should have won. Well, maybe that's true, but we didn't have a bottle, so.
And I feel like, you know, that kind of reflects what other people out there go through. Like 1 year you're able to score a bottle, the next year you're not.
That's just the way it is.
It's just, you know, we didn't feel like we would just be like, well, we have a show, so we're going to go pay secondary prices to make sure we have it. It's like, no, we wanted to represent everyone's struggle.
Right. Kilco says, Four Roses single barrel dram, my bad, in memory of a legend. Oh, indeed. Cheers to that pour.
To Al. And then your favorite last name?
Alex Puffenberger.
Alex Puffenberger.
That was it. I did one too many.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It says $5.
So, okay, I'm not going to lie. This I know is tasty. However, we just finished our last sip of our best of 2019 and like forget about it. It's not even close. But I think it's a proof thing.
Yeah.
If I must say. I think this is so low and that was so like rich and creamy and delicious and amazing that there's just no way that it could have. But it is good. And I was still surprised about how smooth this is and how much flavor it has for the price.
It was a surprise. So Jason, the Master Drum, says, you guys must be feeling good. Did mine yesterday. Don't remember much. But good thing he took notes. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, this was a surprise. This came into our possession because we wanted it for the 64 under $30 bracket. Had to really hunt and ask and finagle to get this bottle.
Yeah, because it's just not around.
And then $20, and they were like, whoa, this doesn't drink like 100 proof. This doesn't drink like a wheater. This doesn't drink like a $20.
Yeah, it's true. Trev says that you can tell when Chaz and Sarah have arrived because the amount of singing increases.
And they're very talky.
We do get a little more talkative. It's true. I get my feelings hurt more easily, so.
Aww.
Oh, not by them. That's 100% by you.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Just so you know.
Would you say that 2019 Best of Flight was the hardest you've done? Actually, Swan, no.
So, going into it, I thought that was going to be the case. And last year it was one of the hardest ones. I will say that this year was not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Which says something. That's all I'm going to say. What are these feelings you speak of? So, yeah, I mean, I definitely think if you see a bottle of this out, you should pick it up. It should be under 20, yes. $22. 100 proof, wheated, it's tasty stuff. I was very impressed. But when you start putting it up against like the limited editions of the year, it fared, I think, a bit better for me than it did for you. Yeah. So, correct. But I won't say where it fell. Nope. I'll just say that it fared better.
So Eric Waite, he's in our camp by saying his top 10 was what he drank, not what was available everywhere. Canadians have whiskeys that are difficult. Texas has whiskeys not available elsewhere. Scots have a ton of whiskey not exported. Correct. I mean, God, if only we could have everything that was released in 2019 and just...
Well, we wouldn't be able to walk around our house. There'd be so much whiskey.
Well, it would have to also be both of our full-time jobs. Just
tasting would have to be.
And doing notes.
Which sounds like a delight, but it honestly, for your liver, it's like, please help. Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Yeah, shout out to Justin's House of Bourbon for getting us that Rebel Yell 100. That's the first place.
We have a tasting coming up there soon, and we're going to do it. It's going to be fun. They're the best. Orlando says, what would be your number one recommended bourbon for someone like me who hasn't had a lot of it? That's always a good question. I mean, I feel like we have a couple of paths that you can go down. Sure. I think like a lot of people's like stepping stone bourbon is Woodford Reserve. It's very balanced, very in the middle, but it's 90 proof, so it's a little kick up for maybe what you've had.
I would say if you can find yourself a bottle of Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare is good.
That's a good 90 proofer that has some age.
I think this Rebel Yell 100 or
Rare Breed.
Another surprise of this year for me, Glenn and Kathy, I see you. One moment, please. And Troy, I also see you.
I see you too.
Another surprise this year for me was people figuring this out, and
I think we maybe had a little part to do with that.
I don't really know that we had the part, but we were on it. We were on that trail too, and then they figured it out, and now it's here. This Evan Williams, Bottled and Bond.
Well, I guess probably Fred Minnick had a bigger part in it.
He had a part. He did have a part, too. I think we all, after Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond went away, I think we all kind of were looking for that next...
Looking to fill that hole.
We were looking to fill that hole. Yeah. And for us, this filled that hole, and we talked about it, and I think a lot of other people were on the same path. So a surprise was how many people have picked up on this. I have friends that drink somewhat, like not low level, but they're not... They're just casual drinkers that were like, did you know that this is the next big thing? And I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, people keep telling us to shut up about it.
Shut up about it. Well, it's out there now, and we can't. So
we need to get something in our glass. Real quick, do you guys want us to go another surprise or something disappointing of 2019? Vote now.
Do we want to even taste the disappointing?
Lock in those votes now. Yeah, I'd like to revisit them.
Okay, well, let's get something good so we can cheers, and then we'll get something disappointing.
Okay.
Because it's Troy's first time watching live.
Oh, well, Troy. Okay. One of our favorite ryes of 2019. Let's get that right.
If we're going to port this, I'm excited.
And this is something that I was not really surprised, but pleasantly surprised because we've been getting... Let's switch because I did a more realistic pour on that one. Unless you want it. You can feel free. I just thought you wanted less. Okay. We've been getting these for the past 3 years, and this was far and away our favorite. There was an 11-year bourbon. There was I think a Curacao finished.
And then there was this heavy char,
which is our favorite.
I wouldn't have put the Curacao.
The 3 that we've had. Okay.
Wouldn't have put it even close to the best of 2018, but this guy. Anyways.
All right, Troy.
Welcome, first time liver, long time listener, I assume. Thank you. And then we have Glenn and Kathy driving home from Kentucky last week. Missed the 40K show. Now you're on the way to 50K. Hey, we are. And do you know what happens when we hit 50K? We're halfway to that pretty little YouTube plaque.
Yes.
That everyone is
silver play button.
So coveted. It's so coveted.
That's my goal in life.
I mean, I think it would be pretty, but I'm more so just excited that people are finding us and hopefully finding us helpful or entertaining or something of both. I don't know.
Maybe both.
To
Glenn and Kathy. Oh, that should be a triangle.
That should be a triangle, Chad. You are calling me on it, but you did
Just do it with your glass.
Okay. Well, that's noisy.
So this was one. All right, so the next one we do you want another impressed, surprised, or disappointed?
My guess is when I scroll that I see some surprising disappointment. Disappointment. I think that they want disappointments.
Okay.
From what I'm gathering is disappointments. A few surprises, but we'll get to more of those.
Yeah.
Bill, before we get there, Bill says still broke from Christmas, but still want to show support. Oh, thanks. Here's to a great 2020.
Here's to a great 2020 to you, Bill. Appreciate it.
And Zeb just uncorked a Blood Oath pack number 5. Cheers. We're looking forward to getting some. That's something that we didn't
98.6 proof of goodness.
Get a bunch of this. We didn't really have too much.
Actually, Sarah, we've never owned a Blood Oath.
But I would like to.
Yeah.
Because we've had samples, and I do enjoy that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have gone into my best of.
It's a little pricey, but what isn't nowadays?
A little pricey.
A little pricey. Well, I look around and I see a little pricey.
I see a lot of pricey things. Greer wants to know what rye is this. This is Parker's Heritage Heavy Char Rye. It is a limited release, the 2019 edition.
105 proof? Is that right? Yeah, 105 proof.
It's really yummy.
Before we get to the disappointments, which is what we'll do next, a couple of what's news. What's news for us? This was a Christmas gift. This is a Jefferson's Ocean Voyage 19. This is one of the wheated mash bills. I think this is the second Voyage that was wheated mash bill. And it's a Total Wine & More pick. Speaking of Christmas, we had a little gift of the Magi moment.
Yeah, I think next year I'm going to rule bourbon out as a not to touch gift. Yes. Because otherwise we're just going to get each other bourbon things every year for Christmas.
Well,
and then while it's nice.
Would that be so bad? Okay.
We get a lot of bourbon things.
Sarah bought me something that actually had bourbon in it. This is from the 70s. This is Colonel Lee Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, bottled in bond.
I think it's from the 70s.
From the 70s, we think.
From what I can remember being told about it when I purchased it.
Yeah, a little 200 milliliter DSP 12.
What?
Distilled and bottled by Bardstown, Kentucky. And then this is empty, but it's right after Prohibition.
Can you even see it? It's so dark. There they go.
Yeah. This is a Four Roses. 90 proof blend of straight whiskeys.
The bottle is gorgeous. It's this amber glass with this beautiful embossing of vines.
This is a top and a shot glass. It has an Ohio tax stamp on it, and it's described on the back as it compares it to the world's finest champagnes. How those are blended from several fine wines. So is this from several recipes.
Fine bourbons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just super cool, super ornamental. Love these. Good job, us.
Good job, us. We did good.
We did good.
I think I saw something where did I see that? Monica says, my heart is broken that the new Larceny Barrel Proof is getting such bad reviews. We haven't had it. We did have like one of those very few Larceny single barrel proof releases that came out locally. I think they were testing or they were doing it for like an event. I don't know. And we did like that one. I think that went into our best of last year. But have not had a chance to have the new like official for the public.
Flight Fight, actually.
Yeah.
Top 4.
Whoa, 403 watching?
404.
Well, damn, I guess we better get something good in our glass. Or something disappointing. Let's get something disappointing in our glass.
I actually have had the new Larceny when I went over to Perry's to record a podcast.
Really? What's her name?
Larceny. So, there you go. I don't think it's disappointing. Also, because we did a Flight Fight and because we've been doing so many best of 2019 contentions, we've been going through a lot of Glencairns. So that's why you may notice we're using non-Bourbon Night Glencairns tonight.
I don't know if they noticed that, but we noticed that.
Yeah,
so.
Well, you've got one, but
I do.
This is a Four Roses Bourbon Festival.
My
Norris
last
Bourbon
one
Festival.
was a
Spirit of
Texas. So there you go.
Yeah. What do you want? You want Boom? I would also put Boom in mine.
Okay, you pick. I'd say one of those two.
Okay.
I don't think that's a surprise.
Because this wasn't so boom for you.
You go ahead.
This is more universal.
Yeah.
Disappointing for us, which is no surprise.
Are you surprised?
It was gonna be. We were going to like by default. It's an LE. Let's put it in our contention for 2019. But we struck it.
No. How dare you? I have to triangle cheers that, but I need something disappointing in my glass in order to do so. Oh, how dare you,
to
sir.
the Jaeger Fund. Oh, boy.
That's not why I'm here.
Someone was paying attention last week.
Yeah, someone was.
Tell you what, Sarah, I will throw myself in front of the bullet and take that one for you if it reaches it.
Oh, what a kind soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Nick Smith.
Woo, that is a different timbre.
It is different.
Cheers it.
The nose is better than I remember it.
But the palate...
It's fine.
It's fine.
Here's
but you don't want to say that about
it's
an LE.
fine.
Especially when it goes down a year and goes up in price.
Exactly. It has a very chocolatey cherry note. It has a lot of signature Brown Forman notes, which I actually like. It's missing some banana, which I think is a good thing actually here.
Yeah.
But I will say that I feel like if you just got an Elijah Craig barrel proof, you would be just as happy, and you would have spent what, $60, $70 less?
Forget about it.
You'd be happy. 2 Crazy 8s. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Oh, you guys are an amazing couple and love both your bourbon knowledge. I don't doubt you guys are going to get the Silver YouTube Award. Oh, my heart. Lately, I've been noticing a rye flavor in Larceny.
Interesting. For a wheater. But no, I can see that. Like we said, that Relio 100 doesn't drink like
that was so light.
Well,
very delicate.
It's a delicate.
It was a delicate
cheers. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Nick. Ugh, I cannot.
But I gotta say, 423 watching. Wow. Dang.
Swan says the melon note is odd. And you know what's funny? Did we tell you? I don't know how that... Jackie Zykan, she's their brand ambassador. Is it brand ambassador? I can never remember her official title because she's changed a few times. She's not. She may be the master taster. I cannot remember, and my brain is not tip top right now. But she did literally the most badass thing, which was at Bourbon and Beyond. She was talking about this bottle, and after the panel was over, she like literally sits down on the side of the stage, pops that sucker open, and is like, "Who wants a little bit?" I don't know if that's what she's supposed to do. But if her job is to introduce new people to this product and get people onto Old Forester, she did an excellent
she's
job.
ambassading.
And she deserves all the applause. She did a great job. But her main note was that this has melon notes in it.
Yeah.
And I think that that's super interesting because I do get that when I taste it also.
It's like that melon liqueur.
I think I had said like cantaloupe or watermelon or something, and she was like, this has a melon note. And I was like, oh, you're my soulmate. Not you.
No.
Well, you are too, but in a different way. Good.
105 proof, which I like, higher than last year's 101. 1 year less age, that doesn't mean anything. But it was interesting hearing her talk at Bourbon and Beyond, saying that they were trying it at all these different proofs, trying it high and then cutting it down, and then 105 was like that magic proof, which I can completely and totally respect. Now, as far as Old Forester goes, we're all about that 1920 and the President's Choice. President's Choice, thank you. I get that and Jefferson's mixed up. Are amazing. But birthday, aside from the 2012, which I had with Matt.
Is this the year that had the higher proof?
Yeah, 105.
105, but last year's was what? 101. And I did actually like that better. Now, we did put it in our best of last year.
We did. Didn't do well.
It didn't.
Hey, Junior Miller, first time watching. I love the channel. Thanks for tuning in, Junior.
Don't get me wrong. There is a quality product inside this bottle. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, how hard did I have to hunt for it? How much money did I have to pay for it?
Yeah.
How does it hold up against those things that are lower priced?
Yeah. And
while I really enjoyed this, it's just not, like I said, I would put it on par with an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Ish. And I think if it were priced at that rate, it would be fine. Anyways, you go ahead.
I was going to say hey to Matt, ADHD Fishing.
What up, Matt?
Let's see, where'd it go? Master Drum also said that he liked last year's better.
I liked last year's better.
Than this year.
It does have this one does have interesting flavors, which I do get excited about because it is nice to come across something new and interesting every now and then.
Yeah.
Like, how often do you pick up something and say, this is like melon?
Right.
You don't usually. No. I like melon. Well, I like watermelon. All the other melons suck. But I do like this. I wouldn't turn it down, but I wouldn't stand in line for several hours in the cold and
which is what we used to
pay
do.
$150.
Yeah, it's gone up. It used to be like $80. Now it's like $130.
And then it was $120, and now I think it's like $130. Yeah. When you can get math.
$19.20 for $60.
When you can get $19.20 for $60, that's really hard to argue.
Yeah. Since we're just on the Old Forester train, the 1910 is one that I was disappointed about in 2019. I know Public was not because it sold out, and then everyone was like, "Where's the 1910? I can't find it." And they're like, "Oh, okay, now it's allocated or something." Am I saying a lot?
And it was allocated and
so I was like, whatever. But 1910, I was disappointed about. I know you liked it better.
Well, I liked it better, but when I read about it, I got real excited because I was like, oh, they found their groove with 1920 and now they're going to put something else out and they know what's going to hit. And while I didn't dislike it when I had it, I was really just hoping for another 1920. And
well,
it didn't happen.
What doesn't help this one...
1920 has my heart. Of the Old Forester lineup, 1920 has my heart. So
what doesn't help this one is 93 proof. The double barreling note gets a little funky too. I gotta say. 433 watching. Wow.
Gerald says he really liked the 1910.
Yeah.
It seems to be one of those divisive
It's polarizing.
ones. That's kind of how we noticed about, again, last year's Parker's Heritage release, the Curacao finish.
Yeah.
You either loved it or hated it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that this landed the same way. I think that birthday bourbon kind of lands the same way. You either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
And there are some polarizing picks out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, get that.
It was in frame.
Jeffrey thinks the 1910 is better than 1920. Hey, well, there you go. Everyone, that's why they make them all. Because we're all different. Otherwise, we'd all just drink the same thing, which would be Wild Turkey 101, let's be honest. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Katie.
Katie says, hey, what Scotch and whiskey do you enjoy drinking? Ooh.
We did just finish up the Flaviar 12 Days of Christmas calendar. Actually, today, we had various...
Wow, we've done a lot today, Chad.
Yeah, we have. Scotch, Japanese whiskey,
Irish
rye,
whiskey.
Irish, American whiskey. We didn't have any tried and true bourbon. There was some finished whiskey in there that was American. What was day one?
I never know if I'm saying
Toblerone.
it right.
Toblerone?
Tullabardine. Tullabardine.
That one was
Tullabardine.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's what you said.
That was pretty good.
That was good. I really liked that one. That was probably one of my favorite ones. Still looking for that like magical Scotch that makes me think twice when I walk up to a bar and I think like, what do I want to drink tonight? Or if I come home and I'm like, I can have anything that I want in this house. What do I want? Still looking for that other international whiskey that makes me say, do I want that or do I want like, this most delicious thing over here? We are from Kentucky. We do not try to pretend like we're anything else. And I grew up around bourbon. That was how I got into whiskey. It has my heart. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Like,
same.
It's going to be very tough for something to break that for me.
Yeah.
As far as what I'll choose first. But I did like the 12 Days of Christmas calendar because it did open us up to more flavors, being able to pick out new things, being able to identify different things. And there were some in there that I did like.
What I was really surprised about was there was nothing that gave us that face where we're just ugh. There was none of that.
That Ardbeg face that you guys were looking for.
Yeah, the Ardbeg face.
Let's be real.
For all 2 weeks, there was nothing that gave us that. Which was really impressive because I completely going into it thought, all right, let's do this. You're going to get some faces, but it didn't happen. And I feel like the ones that were curated were all in a circle, nothing that jutted out too crazy to where if you're a fan of one thing, you'll hate this. If you're a fan of this thing, you'll hate that. I felt it was pretty well balanced.
I felt like I was in a safe space, which is cool for people who are like, no, Nick, no.
No, but he says, read.
Oh, okay, hold on. Well, okay, I'll read his first. He says, you don't have to do the Jaeger bomb, just messing with Sarah, but I do have a question. What is the company that brings you from distillery to distillery so I wouldn't have to drive? There are several. First, we will do this.
E flat. Thank you for that, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. And
that's awesome.
Eric Waite says that Tullabardine was the last. I don't know how I said it. Was the last distillery he visited in Scotland in July and bought a cask finished bottle, and it was really nice. So if Eric Waite likes it and I like it, then I like to think that that's a good choice.
Boom.
But anyways, so Nick, there's Mint Julep tours,
which is the one that we did with our patrons, which was amazing experience.
Gosh, I really wish Perry was here right now. Swan might be able to hop in with a few recommendations. Stone Fence. There are a lot, and I cannot think of them right now. Yeah, there's more. You can call them up. That's kind of what we did, our own weekend thing. You can do it with small groups, large groups, whatever. But yeah, you just kind of call them up and say hey, this is what I'm looking for. If it's like 2 people, then you probably just have to get on the regular schedule.
Yeah.
But I would start with those few.
Yep.
If you Google, though, they'll turn up.
I'm pretty sure the one that Perry is working with is Distilled Experiences.
Distilled Experiences, yeah.
I believe so. But we did Mint Julep. We've also worked with the people at Stone Fence Tours.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a good few.
All good. Glenn and Kathy.
Glenn and Kathy, package on the way to you. Check your email.
We shall. Thank you, sir and ma'am.
Thank you for spoiling. You guys spoil us.
That's for sure.
It's so true. So since he said we don't have to do the Jaeger bomb, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to. You know what? I'll take a shot if you want me to of anything that's around here, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, Swan, I think Rare Breed Rye is one that we are both very excited about in 2020.
I have committed to keeping a better list in my phone of things that surprised me, best of, disappointed me, because it's really hard when you get to the end of the year, especially when you're drinking for most of it, to recall those things.
So was this lived up.
Dude, I think the nose is really good. I really like the nose on it.
How about that palate, though?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I'll take some time. The people are saying that I don't have to do the Jägermeister, but you do.
Oh, I think it meant anyone.
Oh, no one has to do it.
Right.
I think it's a joke. All right.
Hey,
Jason. From that song? No? Okay.
Jason, are you drinking some water?
I knew it was coming. See, it tastes more like a cigar blend.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the weirdest double barreling that I've ever had, I think.
It's very like candy-y. Jason says, Happy New Year, guys. Jason the Mash and Drum. So, is there a bourbon you didn't like at first, but then grew on you throughout the year? Wada.
Wada.
I mean, honestly, though, I would say, like, this Booker's... Well,
the
not
01.
this one.
The 01, I think.
The 01?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the 01 was the one that I never thought was all that bad to begin with. Maybe it was the 02 that grew. Because the 02 I didn't like. The 02 was probably my least favorite of the 4 this year.
What grew on me? That's a really, really excellent question.
That is.
I think, like, that Maker's RC6 kind of... Like, when we first opened it, I was like, yeah, it's really good. But,
yeah,
you know, I could take it or leave it. And then the more I tasted it, the more I was like, okay, I do like this. And then it ended up in our best of.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. That's a really good question that I wish I had a better memory for. And I don't.
I would probably say it was these Bookers. But I'll tell you one thing. These are here to represent the disappointments of 2019. I don't feel like there was a super, super, super excellent Booker's release of 2019.
Yeah, that kind of hurt.
There was our favorite.
That kind of hurt me, like, going
which was
from
Beaten Biscuits.
Yeah. Going from a year where we had a favorite regular release and also Booker's 30th to a year where none of them really, like, blew our socks off.
Yeah.
It hurt me. It really did.
Yeah.
Katie says, just married 7 weeks.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, congratulations. Oh, to her bourbon man. How's it for you? Oh,
awesome.
You know, people are like, how's married life? And we're like, it's the same. Well, we were cohabitating before it's a sin, but I'm just kidding. So is this. So is this.
It's been good. Like, no surprises.
Yeah.
Nothing like, what have I done? I didn't know this before I said I do.
I'm glad to know that you feel that way. I only had like one of those. I'm just kidding.
What is this?
A cup. You just poured this in there.
Oh, that. Okay, I thought that's what you had.
I'll put this down. This was.
Hey, did we cheers, Jason? We did, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We just did to Katie also.
Did to Katie.
Okay, Robot Scott says 67 days till New Orleans Bourbon Festival.
Sorry. To Robot Scott and Robot Katie.
Robot Katie by default. That's hilarious. Okay, I think we're caught up on all the super chats. I really, truly wish I could keep up with all the comments. Yes, Chaz Alert. Good call, David. Good job.
Yeah. See, this 2019
Wait, I have a battleship tattoo? Joseph Brazo, do you know something that I don't know?
You have a battleship tattoo?
I don't have a battleship tattoo. 425 people here.
Wow. That's awesome. That's great. First live of 2020, everybody.
Hey, that's a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this 2019-01's not bad. The 2019-02 is right here.
That's mine.
Yep.
I don't like the nose. It just doesn't smell like a Booker's to me. It just doesn't. Yeah,
the 02 was the outlier, I feel like.
If you ask me about it, Jeff Winbush wants to know, and I think we should really answer this. How many times have you guys been mad at each other but sucked it up for the video?
0, because I'm never mad at Sarah.
I can think of at least 3 times.
Okay.
And you probably noticed it on those videos. That's just part of it.
I'm just a natural performer.
Who spends all day with one other person every day and then like doesn't get irritated with them at one point or another? Like that's impossible. It doesn't happen. Anyone who says that happens is lying. You just have to be an adult and know how to get over it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Drink through it.
Mm-hmm. And then Tony Joey Bag of Donuts says the new Baker's 7-year was a winner for me in that I just A/B tested the old and new 5 minutes ago. Oh, nice. Happy 2020 to all. Well, that's awesome. We do have finally we have a Baker's 7-year. We have yet to uncork it. Of course, we uncorked the 13-year that was in our contention for best of 2019. Thank you, Tony Joey Bag of Donuts.
I just like the comments. Someone said I looked pissed often. I don't feel pissed often.
Sorry, Sarah. We missed a super chat.
We did? What? Yeah. Where? How? Who?
Going up.
Jeff? And then...
Oh,
Melanie,
we sure did.
You're right. We did. I'm so sorry, Melanie.
Thank you, Trev Wilson, for pointing that out.
What's a rye you'd suggest for someone wanting to start exploring that avenue? Cheers and Happy New Year. Okay, so I have 2 thoughts on this one.
Sorry for missing you.
Apologies. I like this question a lot. So, someone who wants to start exploring, I mean, honestly, and this comes into the surprise of 2019 category, I'm going to go with Old Forester Rye.
Yeah, I want to try that one next because I was not that into it.
I liked it
and
a
I would
lot.
like for us to switch ours. So you now have the old one. No, you had the bourbon lemon glass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I have the 02. She has the 01.
I think that's a good one that's at a low price point. So if you're trying to get into rye, it's not intimidating. Right. It's not intimidating. But it is nutty.
I would say the Jim Beam Rye, the Woodford Rye is actually good. We used to think the Wild Turkey 81 was even a good rye.
Honestly, though, I'm at the point where I'm like, just pull the trigger on the Pikesville Rye. Like, if you can try the Pikesville Rye, it is a barely legal rye. It is a bit more expensive. It's like probably double what you would spend on your like.
This is harsh.
You know, if you go out and buy something, I feel like to try something, you expect to spend $25 or less.
Yeah.
It's a $50 bottle. However, I think that's a true test of whether or not you are willing to dip a toe into the rye.
If you don't want to plop down that type of money, get the Rittenhouse Rye.
Fair. It's what we call a barely legal, but I think it's incredibly smooth. It's amazing. And I think that's the most likely one to convert you.
Yes.
That's what I put my money on.
It's from Heaven Hill.
Scott
says, drinking through our problems in 2020.
Drinking through, yeah. Just power through.
There you go.
Halden Kirkwood. That sounds like it's from a book. Says, sell me on the New Orleans Bourbon Festival. What makes it special? Well, this would be our, 4th year?
It'll be our 4th year.
So, the special thing is it's been going on for 4 years, and you'll get to see us. Now,
I think it's the seminars. It was the first bourbon festival that we went to that had seminars. Now, that's not saying they're the first to do it. Obviously, we just, we haven't gone through all of the festivals. So it's seminars in the morning and afternoon. Then it's grand tasting in the evening for 2 nights. And if you go a day early, there's also curated dinner experiences usually with master distillers.
Yeah.
So we've done, Eddie Russell of Wild Turkey. We've done Trey Zoller of Jefferson's.
We've tried our best to do 4 Roses with Brent Elliott, but we've delayed flights.
Delayed flights. Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. It's a food vendor, a whiskey vendor, a food vendor, a whiskey vendor. Repeat. All throughout. Live jazz band playing, lights and everything. There's awards at the end of the night. It's a good time. Forget about it.
Yeah. Billy wants to know, has there ever been an It's Bourbon Night meetup or plans for one? I'm not sure if you're asking in relation to New Orleans or just in general. We have done some Bourbon Night meetups in different cities and also locally here. I think that generally when we go to a new city and we have the time, like when I say that, I don't mean we're busy. I mean our literal travel plans allow for a block of time.
Yeah.
We do like to have them, and we'll always let you know ahead of time. But yeah, meetups are fun.
Yep. Absolutely. Whoa, 457 in the chat.
I just got a big hug.
Jason.
I think it was a delay. Derulo.
Jason Derulo. I missed the 40K hype train. Congrats. Wishing you both happiness and success in 2020. Happy New Year. Wow. Jason.
Thank you so much. You get the triangle of success for 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, though.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Ooh, I got a lot there. Got a lot of feels. And just so everyone's counting, there was no request for the
correct
elusive thing that no one wants.
So yeah, I said I wanted to try this Old Forester Rye again. Couple other surprises, because we haven't talked about too many surprises of 2019. Woodinville Distillery.
Oh yes, that was a surprise. Didn't expect to love it. Fell in love with it.
Yeah, and New Riff. They're already good. We already liked them. We already knew that. But we started really getting their picks.
Their single barrel program.
The single barrel program, and their picks are so good.
Woodinville. Lovely. Daniel M. wants to know if we're coming to Austin anytime soon. Well, we were just there in October, so we probably won't be back until next fall. I mean, if I had all the vacation time in the world, don't get me wrong, I would be there again. Yeah. John Belushi says, Oregon, ? Ohio. I don't know if that's a question of whether we're going to Oregon or Ohio, but yes, to both probably at some point.
Yeah, I mean, we're not far from Ohio.
We will be in Oregon next year.
Yes, we will.
But that's not a bourbon-related thing.
No.
Look at that tiny little pour that I love. Let's see. Oh, wow. ADHD Whiskey says, blueberry crackers on the finish of the Old Forester Rye. Am I cray?
Well, I don't get it on
the
nose. Wait,
I'm sorry. Blueberry crackers. Is that a thing? Is that like crackers with blueberry jam? I'm confused.
No.
JG wants to know, Iowa. I don't have any.
Yes, it is a state.
Jack Rose in D.C. is somewhere that I would love to go. Iowa is also somewhere that I would love to visit just because of all of the whiskey. But
see, I just get
travel budgets and vacation time.
I just get underripe bananas.
Blueberry crackers. I don't know. I mean, with all Old Forester things, I get a berry banana-y kind of thing going on.
It's the banana. It's overtaking any type of blueberry or cracker. It really is.
Like, oh, he knows you. Oh, he knows you.
The Belvita?
Belvita blueberry breakfast biscuit. That is all of the alliteration.
I am familiar with those biscuits.
Which I love deep down.
But, no, I'm sorry, Matt. I don't find it.
I hear your blueberry, but I'm getting more like a blueberry scone.
Blueberry muffin. I get more of a muffin.
Oh, he knows muffins.
Yeah, top of the muffin to you. Yeah, I get more of that. You know how it's like moist. I don't know. That's a trigger for a lot of people, but the moistness of a muffin. I get more of that blueberry. I am seeing the blueberry now when it really finishes.
The finish is very berry. They should just put very berry on this.
But it morphs from a underripe or overripe banana. I don't know which one it is, but it's that. 445 watching and only 131 likes.
But do you know the Muffin Man?
It's my money and I need it now. Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash no.
I'm not doing it. I'm done.
She's not doing it, everybody.
I've put my foot down.
Damp. Yeah, it's kind of damp. No diggity.
What does our 2020 look like? Because people are asking about, like, where are we going? What are we going to do? Well, I will tell you. We are looking at tickets for the Bourbon Classic, which is in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Then there's New Orleans.
I get some blueberry.
There's a podcast weekend that we're going to be doing.
Yep.
Then what else is there? We'll be traveling for like a small honeymoon. And then there is, what happens after that? Bourbon and Beyond, the Kentucky Bourbon Affair.
I want to know why Gwen Stefani is just in the chat.
Why is Gwen Stefani
in
the
her
chat?
name is in the chat.
I like Gwen Stefani.
Why is she on your lips?
Lido Choro, why haven't I seen any Jaeger bombs? That's because
it was stipulated. It was said.
It was said that if you wanted a Jaeger bomb, first of all, we have to reach $100 super chat maximum, which we have done. However, the super chats have to be in request of the Jaeger bomb, and to that point, we have only received like $50.
Well, Nick
said we don't have to do it.
He put in 100 by himself, but he said
they make me
he said he was just kidding.
They make me feel sick and angry. Why do you want that?
But thank you,
Lido
Choro, for that super chat.
That's why you haven't seen any Jaeger bombs. But he wants the Jaeger bomb. But I can't do that. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
No, you can't.
Art says, cheers to 2020. Drink more bourbon. No more J.G. Wentworth. Thank God.
It's getting
get
in everyone's
some Wendy's
heads.
For Sarah with an H, Chaz.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Art, you know me. Thank you. I just did it with the bottle for you.
I'm gonna get... Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna get something in my glass.
What a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you so much for defending my honor. When is the Louisville event? The Bourbon Classic is, I think, the last or second to last weekend of February. I think it's like the 20...
The 20...
That's a good question. One moment, please. I need to consult a calendar. I think
Art.
it's the 28th. Yeah, it's the 26th through the 29th, I believe. You should come. It's actually going to be our first year going. It's so close to home, but we've always been like, I don't know why we've never pulled the trigger. I think because we have to budget and choose between this or that. And this is the actual first year that we have the ability to do both. And so we're excited and we're going to do it because, there's a lot of guys at the Bourbon Review help put it on, and they're also involved with Justin's House of Bourbon, and we love the things that they do. So we're excited to go.
There you go.
And the Franklin Whiskey Society.
I get the connection. No doubt, no diggity. Gwen Stefani.
It's moist.
I think that's how it happened. What?
There's also the Southern Whiskey Society event in August. Thank you for reminding me, John. That is also something that we'll be going to.
Uh-huh.
I was listening to them.
You're just
in
listing.
order. I was just listing them.
Listing.
Clifton. What up, Clifton?
He knows about It's Bourbon Night meetups.
He knows about the Best of 2019 winner. I said nothing. He could venture a guess.
Clifton. Thank you much.
Joining a little bit late, but happy 2020. 100,000 plus subscribers this year for sure.
That would be amazing. Okay, so when we started 2019, we were at 15K. We ended 2019 at 40K. So that's 25K, right? Right? I don't know. If we did just that, that'd be 65. So it means that snowball would really have to gain some mass rolling down the hill. I don't know. I'm not saying it's out of the question, but...
Is 445 people a new record? I think it might be.
I think it might be.
Well, to all 400 and however many of you, because we can't see. Whoa.
Yeah, our screen says 34 waiting.
So we don't know.
Justin
says, I'd rather see the pros take a shot than a Jaeger bomb. Fair enough.
Do that.
Oh, John Wadsworth says, I know the winner, you said too much. I was putting that out there for the 20 people who could guess it.
Please still watch the episode.
They're going to watch the episode. Don't say anything.
John,
it was a breadcrumb.
If we cowbell cheers you, it means you're legally binded to watch the episode.
And you can't say anything.
Do you want any of this Woodinville? Because it is good, Clark.
Wait, what have I been drinking?
I don't know.
Oh, the old Forester Rye.
Yeah, put down that. Get some of this.
I'm like, wait, I thought that's what I was drinking. The old Forester Rye is very berry. That's all I have to say about it. Yeah. It's very berry and not as spicy of a rye as I would expect.
I got a Joseph Brazo cap on. I got a Joseph Brazo whiskey.
I got Joseph Brazo pecans on my mind.
Yeah.
That's not a or what do you call it? A euphemism?
Yeah.
It's really, he sent us pecans and they're candied and they're the most amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather just do shots of legit stuff than take Jaeger bombs anymore. Like, I'll take a Jaeger bomb if it's for a charitable event. But otherwise, I'm like, why make myself feel sick and angry? Don't you guys just want to see some good bourbon and whiskey? I really hate Jaeger. I really do. It makes me feel, literally my body just shuts down.
It does. And she requires Wendy's. Michael J says, I'm hitting the bourbon trail first week of February. Which small craft distillery do you recommend visiting? I would say New Riff and the other one, Wilderness Trail. Those two, I always kind of I put them together because they kind of came out around the same time.
They're coming up together.
But those two are both strong offerings.
That bottle is heavy. That is a hefty bottle.
It's a hefty bottle.
I'd use two hands.
It's a two-hander.
It's a two-hander. Unless you have giant hands, then, you know.
Speaking of New Riff, Ian, that bourbon guy.
Did you hit the button?
No.
Okay.
Shall I?
Yeah, hit the button.
Okay. I'm going to stand up.
Hit the button means, you know, a little more time. We're not done yet. I'm not done. Man. Oh, that Woodinville's good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's real good.
Yeah, it is.
We're going to go visit there in May.
We are.
We're going to go.
Ian, that bourbon guy, this was actually left over from our meetup. So he would also know your little thing.
I left one breadcrumb for such a small amount of people.
And this is a rye, 113, as a lot of their single barrels tend to be in that 113 range. 113.1 Sour Mash Rye,
Colt.
single barrel New Riff.
Colt has a question, and it deserves some answering, as well as does Jeffrey's super chat. Colt says, in all caps, hope you both had a great New Year. Also, thoughts on Stag Junior Batch 12? Well,
it's good. It's in our
best of 2019.
It made our contention for best of 2019. That's
all we'll say. Jeffrey says, such a great 2019. Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah.
What bottle did each of you drink the most in 2019? Not asking favorite, but by volume. Ooh, that's a good question.
I would almost... Well, the one that we went to the most until it was gone was the Boone County 12-year pick.
That's true.
We just kept going back to that till it was drained.
But I think bottles, like singular bottles that we bought the most, I have two in my mind.
Wild Turkey 101.
Yes.
Of older years, actually.
That's true.
And...
we bought a lot of this. We have not used it all.
Buffalo Trace?
That's right.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Ooh, but I was going to say, this will be my last one, but then we also have this. Remember when this came out and we were so skeptical about this, like, spray paint effect? We were like, what are they trying to hide with that black top? And then we saw the rest of it and we were like, oh, you can actually see.
Well, I knew you could see, but I didn't like it. But then when I saw it in person, I was like, no,
I liked it.
Okay, I liked it.
Yeah, I like the what do you call, ombre effect of it.
Ah, yeah. No, it's good.
Oh, Bill Sloan says, I missed the Boone County 12-year and I should have stocked up more. Bill Bryan, I'm sorry, says, in all caps, are there any more wedding pick bottles left? Please send us an email at itsbourbonnight@gmail.com.
Probably not.
The answer is probably not.
But we will look into it.
We will count things and look into things. For you, if you really want one. Just to see. No promises.
Just to see.
And that is to answer to one person for that one question, not
Correct.
to all of you that are watching this on the replay, because the odds are no.
Correct. John Belushi saw a handle of Buffalo Trace for $80 the other day and chuckled.
Good, I'm glad you chuckled.
I would chuckle too. Yeah. Woo.
No.
An OKI 12-year. Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't want to stop drinking this Woodinville, Chad. The apple...
This is good.
It's got an appley note, but it's more of like a baked apple or like apple peel.
This has like an apple crisp, actually.
Oh, you're on that?
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm so far behind. Ugh, I can't get through. I don't know if I can get through.
Did you guys try the new makers?
What
Bill?
new makers? The 101 or the RC6?
We tried the RC6. It was in our best of 2019 contention.
It was. I'm not sure if I can go down this new riff path with you this evening.
That's fine.
I'm still stuck on this, and I like this.
Eagle Rare $100 in Florida?
Like max 35 here.
Which Woodenville? It's actually the cast strength Applewood stave.
That's the one.
Brian and Tammy Brennicky. We drank some Mash Made in Heaven on New Year's Eve.
Can we spoil that one?
Thanks, Ian.
No.
But we'll just say a Mash Made in Heaven comes up in the episode coming out on Friday in the best bourbons of 2019.
It comes up.
Yeah, I heard you and Tammy and Ian and Monica.
Everyone had a good old New Year's Eve time. And we weren't invited. No, I'm just kidding.
We would have come.
No, we kept it easy.
Yeah.
Kept it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm losing my words.
That's fine. Yeah, Friday, best bourbon of 2019, and we do include ryes for the first year ever. I went back today and I watched 2017 and 2018 and kind of gathered some stats. 2017 and 2018 were both Bookers. Now, technically, 2017 was Michter's 10 for you, followed by that favorite Booker's. I think it was 2017-03. For me, it was Booker's. But you said you were like neck and neck, Michter's 10 and Booker's.
Yeah.
So I said if it's Bourbon Night had to recommend one, since it was very close second and it was one for me, I think we can just say it's Booker's 2017-03.
And I agree with that now. I stand behind that.
2018
was the
Booker's 30th.
Right.
But it also had 2018-04 Kitchen Table in the Fly Fight.
Which is crazy.
Now, without giving
2
anything away,
Bookers, 1 Fly Fight.
2019, what's going to happen? Historically, Bookers represent.
But we have no limited edition Bookers this year.
We have no limited edition, but we didn't in 2017 either.
Right, but we were pretty crazy about one of the 2017s.
That's correct.
Would you say that we were pretty crazy? I'm asking them. About one of the 2019 releases? I don't know.
I don't
know what you would say. I don't know what people say. I do know what I say. And I say that I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
And I think we've talked about some surprises. We've talked about some excitements. We've talked about some disappointments. Which
I think we've covered it.
Yeah, I think we've covered it.
I
mean, we could probably go on for forever, but...
Oh, sure we could.
You could just watch the episode where we pick the best of 2019, and that will come out later this week.
Yeah.
Unless some sort of, force of God stops it.
Yeah.
Which, if our house gets hit by a tornado.
When is the best of 2019 coming out? Friday.
Hey, that's what I just said.
It's coming out Friday. Drink more water. That's right.
Sarah, go get some sleep. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Next challenge coins, we don't know. We still need to figure out. Check our community tab on our YouTube channel for some polls coming out asking what state should be the third state represented in the It's Bourbon Night challenge coins. So keep a look on that. We also we'll be putting that out there for our patrons. And yeah, so there you go.
There you go. I've had enough.
Hopefully you guys have not had too much or too little. Hopefully you've had just enough.
Goldilocks.
Just the right amount. Cool. Well, that will do it. Clap, clap, clap.
That was like a serial killer thing to do.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Thank you all. Thanks for coming into 2020 with us. Hey, actually, we're going to be on a little dry spell for the next 2 weeks. The next 2 Sundays, we will not have episodes because we will be taking some time off. You know, after a 24-day advent calendar and a 12 days of Christmas calendar and a best of 2019 18 bourbon flight fight kind of a thing. We need a little break. So
a little break. We're gonna pump the brakes.
We will not be on for the next 2 Sundays. apologies. You will get episodes on Fridays, but just a heads up, we'll not be here. This doesn't mean we love you any less. It just means that,
doesn't mean it's your fault.
Our bodies need to recover a bit.
We're gonna take a little.
We're gonna take a little time. We're gonna work on some house projects. We're gonna work on some,
writing some episodes.
Maybe go on a date night. You guys support that, right? We gotta fan this flame or whatever. So, yeah, we gotta keep it going. So in order to give you a better 2020, we are going to take 2 weeks off from doing lives, and we will see you again on I believe it's the 19th, but I cannot remember. We will see you again on the 26th.
26th is when we will see you.
Livers need love too.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
That's right. Yeah. So we'll see you guys then. Hope you're loving your 2020 so far. I know we are. Look out for the best 2019 episode on Friday. And yeah. Love you guys. Mean it.
Until the 26th.
Until the 26th. Drink more bourbon. Bye-bye.